worked to his favor as a leader, in this example.
Yeah, I mean, Callum Nicholas actually, he said it on this podcast, how great Max is with feedback to the engineers and understanding the impact it's going to have around the car. And actually, when I talked to GP at the beginning of this year, I mean, that was one of the things that kind of it stood out for him right from the start, was just the way that he was, he's got so much capacity, hasn't he, Nico, that he can, it's spare capacity when he's driving. We see it so often. That they almost have to rein him in, but with feedback, he's almost peerless in that front as well. He's got so much experience, and he can talk like an engineer to the engineers, like you did a little bit. That was one of your strengths, right?
It was, yes. And I also like to hear how Crofty, who lives right on Cranfield Airport and has learned to identify the loud noise from Max Verstappen's airplane. And Crofty has confirmed that Max Verstappen is very often at the Red Bull headquarters, and very often, therefore, also in the simulator. So also a bit of a learning for me today, how that he's really someone who has a good work ethic and still is keeping on pushing hard together with the team to keep winning, which was great to hear.
Yeah, but to put that into context, Max's jet is the loudest that lands at the small little airfield that is Cranfield. And thank you very much, Nico Rosberg, for revealing exactly where I live on the podcast.
Well, if you give a number or a street name, I've got that here if you want it.
Yeah, you have, because you sent me something this week. But I'll send everyone around your house, although you've probably got people on the doors.
You could do you could invite everybody now to like an open barbecue or something at your place.
I've got a brand new barbecue. You're more than welcome.
When the fish and chip van turns up at your house every Friday, Crofty, that might give it away as well.
The fish and chip man knows where I live. That is for sure.
So the producer here has already just wrote, "I'll cut out the location, Crofty, smiley."
Yeah. Crofty lives nowhere near Cranfield Airport. Yeah. Can we just pick up on one lovely story as well? That you might have picked up on if you are a follower of All Motorsport and look at the websites and the press around it. But Max, and we heard about it the weekend as well, driving the Nordschleife this weekend, is going to the Nürburgring to compete in the endurance series, the GT car. But he's got to get his German permit for the Nordschleife from the German Motorsport Federation, with which he has to pass an exam on Friday. That will afford him a Category B permit, so he can drive in the Porsche Cayman in his GT4 CS. If he gets two results, he gets his A permit, unless the panel decides in one race he's good enough, in which case he'll then get to drive the Ferrari 296 GT3 on the second day, but not under his alias as Franz Hermann. He has to do as Max Verstappen to get the permit.
What are the questions on this exam? What's your name? Max Verstappen. Oh, congratulations, you've got a permit.
I mean, I don't know is the answer. And in fact, if anyone from the German Permit Association is watching or listening to this podcast, perhaps you could send us the kind of. I'd love to know what's on that. I mean,
does Nico have a German permit?
Have you done the Nürburgring, the full track? Have you got your permit?
No, I've never done it, and I don't have a permit. Nevertheless, I find it so awesome that he's doing this. Incredible. Like all of us other drivers, with 24 races, you're just like maxed out, and all you can think of is doing some home time with a bit of training, routine, see the kids, and he goes off to go into a classroom to get a license to then drive in the B class on the Saturday, and then hopefully make it to the A class by the Sunday. Unbelievable. That's so cool. Like the whole world will be watching this, and like even I'll be tuning in on Sunday to see how he's going, because I think, there's been so much talk about his lap record from 5 months ago. Of course he can do the lap record. He's the most talented race car driver in the whole world, and it doesn't matter what car he gets into. he will drive faster than anybody else in the world. So of course he's gonna do incredibly well. Like,
joined the calendar in 2016. The race's contract was last extended in 2023. Formula One originally gave the race the title European Grand Prix when it first appeared on the calendar. It switched to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix title the following year. The event has taken place every year since then, except in 2020, when F1 did not travel to Azerbaijan due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Baku held a single sprint event in 2023. However, the event switched back to the traditional race weekend format last year, and F1 has not indicated any of the further events at the track will include sprint races. There's an incredible energy to the city of Baku, and since our first Grand Prix here in 2016, Formula One has consistently received a warm and enthusiastic welcome from the people of Azerbaijan, said F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali. This renewal reflects the strong trust and commitment between Formula One, the Azerbaijani government, and the promoter, and paves the way for an exciting future in the country. He added, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix will remain on the Formula One calendar until 2030 after the series signed a 4-year contract extension with the Baku organizers. The race, which is generously backed by Baku's long-standing regime, was set to host its final race of its current contract next year, but will now continue to be a mainstay on the F1 calendar. F1 CEO and President Stefano Domenicali said, there's an incredible energy to the city of Baku, and since our first Grand Prix here in 2016, Formula One has consistently received a warm and enthusiastic welcome from the people of Azerbaijan. The circuit is unique, with technical sections and long straights that run through the stunning shoreline and historic Old Town, delivering an eventful and entertaining race every year. This renewal reflects the strong trust and commitment between Formula One, the Azerbaijani government, and the promoter, and paves the way for an exciting future in the country. I would like to thank President Ilham Aliyev and Minister Gayabov for their continued investment and commitment to evolving the event, Anur Alakbarov, and the Azerbaijan Automobile Federation for championing Formula One in the country, and the team at Baku City Circuit for their year-round efforts in delivering an exceptional experience for our fans, drivers, and teams. The Baku Street Circuit race celebrates its 10th anniversary this year, initially joining the F1 calendar as the European Grand Prix in 2016. Subsequently, it ran as the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ever since, only missing out in 2020 at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. The race takes place on a 6-km street circuit dominated by long straights and 90-degree corners, with a narrow castle section snaking around Baku's UNESCO-listed Old City before turning back for a flat-out blast along the Caspian seafront. Underlining its status as an anomaly on the F1 calendar, former Red Bull driver Sergio Perez is the only repeat winner since the circuit joined the calendar in 2016, while Ferrari's Charles Leclerc has yet to win the race despite snaring 4 consecutive pole positions. Keeping Baku on the F1 calendar could be good news for organizers hoping to revive Istanbul Park's Turkish Grand Prix, as it opens logistical possibilities for what is currently an awkward standalone weekend bridging the European season and the following round in Singapore. Continue to present Baku as a vibrant, world-class sporting destination, welcoming fans from across the globe to experience both the excitement of Formula One and the unique spirit of our city and country. Formula One has agreed a new deal to keep the Azerbaijan Grand Prix on the calendar until at least 2030.